how is everybody doing? Hello, how y'all doing? Hey, Tawana here.
Hey, we missed you last week.
Yeah, so I've been on vacation, but now I'm back. Vacation was good.
Did
I
you
mean,
have fun?
yes, I had
That's
fun with
great.
family and friends, and it was cool. It was good to go home and see family and
Yeah.
cousins.
That's
That's
awesome.
a long time.
Wait, where's home?
North Carolina.
Oh, I thought you were from
NC.
Cali.
No. My mom and dad are born and raised in North Carolina. Cali raised me, but I'm not from California.
Oh, you're not from there. Okay.
Yeah, so it was good to see some friends. I see my friends from YouTube. We went to a football game. It was good. I had a good experience. We ate plenty of food, and so I'm gaining a couple pounds, but I'm good. So,
I got a question. Did you see Chloe Bailey? Were you at NCA North Carolina A&T, right?
yeah, she was at the hotel that we
Yeah.
was at.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God.
yeah, she was at the hotel that we at. But how did I'm not a like go run up a celebrity. Everybody else is running up.
Nah, yeah. I ain't like that either.
Like the girl that I was with. She was having a star scroll. I wasn't. I'm like, okay,
Okay.
yes, but I don't want her autograph. But she was
Yeah, no.
at the hotel.
That's cool.
So it was good.
What
I
was
seen she
what
did the
was she doing?
halftime show. She did the halftime, right?
Oh, she did the halftime show.
It
Okay.
was homecoming. It was
Right,
homecoming.
because she danced. Right,
Yeah.
she danced in that
Mhm.
revival. I saw that.
Yep.
It was cute. Yeah.
So she was there. So
I was like watching it. I was fangirling because I was like, my friend is the tea lady is there.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So
nice. Oh,
you
wow.
guys should join our Facebook group, okay? Because we got comments. If you want to leave us a comment, come join our Facebook group.
Yes.
Definitely comment and talk to you. So join our Facebook group, okay? And
Come
share
see us.
to this channel, the Tea Ladies. This is our own channel now. So share and subscribe to the channel, and please share us out when you can. Okay. So we have some hot topics every Friday. Okay. So
Every Friday.
yeah, and leave us a comment at the end if you like the broadcast, however you want to feel. We don't mind the comments. We ain't afraid of the comments. We get bad at
You know.
okay. If you don't like us, it's okay. We good with it. Just say it.
I may snap, but then I'll come back.
Right.
Apologize or something.
So we're good about that. We don't mind. Everybody had a freedom of speech. You can leave a comment. Right now, everybody want to be sensitive about what they say. So I'm just saying you're allowed to see how you feel.
Right.
Yes.
We just like that you came through, even if your comment ain't what we want to hear at the moment. I'm still happy you come through.
Yeah. So do that, and okay. So the topic of the week.
You know it's finna be something when Andrea do her little laugh. Okay, if you've been with us since the beginning, you know that when she do her little laugh, it's going down.
Okay.
What is it, girl? Lay it on us.
Reality TV producers as sensitive to Black issues. Outside Big Brother, Andy Cohen. I'm just asking the question to you ladies. You think that Andy Cohen, the other shows are sensitive to the Black issues?
I think they're getting more sensitive only because, it's such a demand for it. And, they want our dollar and our viewership. And then so it's forcing them to be more sensitive. But traditionally, no. I don't think they've been sensitive at all.
Look, I've been watching Andy Cohen since the Housewives built. And the reason I say that, it's not like I'm picking on Andy Cohen, because I do love Andy Cohen. I love his shadiness. I love some of his we know sometimes he's really shady and really messy. But the thing that I found that he could have done a little more is because this was Fancy. Like, this was Fancy from Jamie Foxx show. We know who Fancy was, and she's the only Black girl on the show. So if this came after her son, I thought he would have gave more time and a little more effort and a little more patient instead of skipping over how I feel. And at the end of the day, I know that he got rid of a housewife for saying something at his baby shower. So I'm just saying is Andy, yes, he wouldn't even let her come back. He just let her come back to the show.
What she say at the baby shower?
Oh, wow.
Yes, Phaedra Parks is the one.
Oh,
What she say at the baby shower?
She said it was messy on the Housewives. She said they were starting mess, and Andy Cohen and word got back to Andy Cohen at his baby shower, and she made sure she didn't come back to that. She didn't come back. He just said,
yes. I did not know that.
So
See, I told y'all we was about to get some tea.
I'm just saying. So Andy Cohen, I'm okay with him not being perfect. But what I do problem is outside Nene Leakes, when Nene Leakes said that Andy Cohen sometimes showed favoritism against the Caucasian women, like Kim Zolciak, aka Kim Zolciak, tardy with a party. She got 8 years after using the N word on Atlanta Housewives, and the whole Housewives that show is mostly black women on the show. So I'm just saying is, have Andy Cohen sometimes being a little insensitive to black issues? Yes, sometimes he don't hear that. He's a little desensitized from it. And for me, I just feel like this is the first time he got called out. I feel like this is sometimes he got really called out, and maybe that's why he had to apologize to Garcelle. And I feel like Garcelle didn't stand up for herself either, because it was my child. It wasn't none Andy Cohen had to say, because I'm right now because I got something to say. So I blame Garcelle. I blame Garcelle for not sticking up. I know she was mad, and I know she didn't want to feel like. Sometimes I feel like if you're the only black woman on the show, you don't want to feel like the angry black woman. But when it comes to your children, it ain't nothing Andy Cohen can say to me. It was nothing he could say to me, because I would have said, hold up, wait a minute, we ain't gonna finish this, we ain't done yet, because I would have said we need to finish talking about this.
But see, here's the real tea. Mm-hmm. He only apologized for skipping over the segment when they threw her book in the trash. He did not apologize. He did not apologize for not talking about her son. He did not apologize for that. He apologized because Lisa and that other, what's the other girl that went to
Erica?
Erica, there you go. The one wanted they threw Garcelle's book in the trash.
Okay.
And it pretty much went from them throwing her book in the trash to them talking about the recycling. And so
of the other stuff that was in the trash.
They really overlooked the fact that they threw this woman's book in the trash. Like that was a huge thing.
And that's what irritates me. It really irritates me, because let me tell you something. I have seen Andy Cohen go have back and forth with one of the housewives about another housewife. So I don't understand why he think that it was not okay to go for, why he didn't say, why y'all throw Garcelle book in the garbage can.
And that's what he apologized for, not asking a follow-up question and changing the subject to something,
and then taking it back to what they were talking about, which was what happened with her child and the comments that were made and the attacks afterwards on social media. Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, do I think that Andy Cohen? I do believe them emails that came through Bravo headquarter office had something to do with that, with the apology too. But he gonna play both sides of the fence anyway. We know who he is, and I knew he was gonna apologize, even if he feel like he didn't have to. He was gonna make sure that he was gonna play both sides of the fence. But I do think that he still has a ongoing battle with Nene Leakes, and they asked her the other day, is her lawsuit was shout out to Larry Reed. She was on the Larry Reed show on YouTube. And he asked, is a lawsuit still going on? And she said, yes, very much so. Still suing Bravo. She's not letting it go.
Now she didn't dropped it and said she was. I mean, girl, what are you gonna do? Because so she gonna stick with this lawsuit, because she didn't say, "Oh no, I'm not doing it," and then now she doing it again.
Yes, because Larry Reed asked her specifically. Lawsuit is on his show. I put it on my community wall. She specifically asked, is the lawsuit still going on? And she said yes. She's not letting it go.
But see, this is my thing with us, because we always come into white spaces and we demand to be treated a certain way, or we ask them to give us the space, or we ask them to show us a little grace. Like, this is their spaces. They're letting people on those spaces, right? And they are voluntarily going into white spaces and trying to capitalize or start a show and expecting them to understand black issues, and they don't. They want to promote what they've been promoting.
Right.
But at the same time, Atlanta Housewives was the #1 rated show for 6 years. Yes. So this is a black show who's making Andy Cohen money, making y'all money. So you're making money off the black people, and this whole Atlanta Housewives I think I have a right to say I'm upset about what you're doing. I think,
and not only are they doing that, they giving these white women more platform, because the more you watch one show, you gonna be interested in another show. So it opens the door for other shows.
We gave Kim Zolciak 8 years. 8 years when she was out on the Atlanta Housewives, just giving everybody business. She talk about watermelon, about chicken. She used the N word plenty of times, and they showed multiple times she used the N word. Andy Cohen never addressed it. He never even apologized to the staff members who had to go through that.
She said that because she was friends with those black folks that let her get away with that,
and she thought she had a pass.
Baby. No, just because your friend's black don't mean you can say
yes.
But where I used to go to college, the white women said that word to other people, and I was thrown off when I first heard that. I was in line
from where you from too.
She was like, because she got a baby dad. Her baby daddy was black, whatever. And she was calling him that word, and I was like, who gonna slap her? Who gonna check her, boo?
Right.
Like, I was about to slap her, but everybody was like, that's what
right.
It's allowed there. And I'm like, okay, so who can say that word and who can't say that word? But I know right now, like even the Asian lady that was on Salt Lake, she said something racist about.
She was gone.
She went immediately after she did say that, and after it was exposed. She had said all kinds of stuff because she was pro-police, and she was kind of like, she was like kind of anti-black, not anti-black, but like an all lives matter type chick. She was that, and they let her go. There's instances where they don't tolerate it.
Yes,
there's
instances they choose who they want to fire and who they don't want to fire.
You talking about Jenny?
Yeah, they pick and choose. Okay, she made such a smack on the show, and I think that she was a casualty of war, because basically they're saying is, this is your first season, we don't really need you. So if there had been somebody, I'm just saying, if this had been somebody been there 3-4 seasons, we don't.
They would have gave him a
right. They're like, Jenny, you ain't even all the way unpacked your bags. You might as well just close your suitcase up and go home.
Or they was like, this is your first season, we don't really need you, so they got rid of her. But if it's Kim was on the show almost 8 years, and then get her on her own show, I do think sometimes Andy felt like Kim was the only Caucasian girl on the show with all these black women. They ganging up on her. You know how black women
and honestly, I feel like on the Atlanta Housewives, I feel like they kept Kim for as long as they did to try to attract white audience to the black show, as if we need a white character on our show to attract a white audience any more than Beverly Hills needs a black cast member to attract a black audience.
Yes,
because I've been watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and any other housewife shows, even when it didn't have African American people. But it is funny to me how a lot of times it's like Kim was always on there, and I really believe that it was to try to attract white audiences.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought she was entertaining.
They even let her come back, and I'm like, "What she come back for?"
I thought she was entertaining, at least more entertaining than.
I know she really was entertaining, but I mean, her real purpose.
Sheree was not entertaining that first.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't as open about her life.
The other woman they had on the show didn't even last after that. I can't even remember her name, but she was married to an NBA player.
I mean, me and Andrea loved Kim and Nene and their relationship and their friendship. Like they were great. Kim was great, but it was never wasted on me that I felt like they felt compelled to add somebody of another race.
That's not the story that Nene told, because Nene is the one who brought those women to the show.
She did.
She brought Kim Zolciak. She brought Sheree. She brought the other woman. She's the reason why, because they saw.
But they didn't pick everybody she brought through.
But they saw Nene's interview and was like, "Yes, we want you." And then Nene was like, "Okay, I got these friends. Let's see who want to be on the show," and introduced. So I feel like it was whoever performed well. I mean,
I don't think originally necessarily, but I'm saying like how Andrea's saying, even after she did all these other things, it's like, okay, so why not make her be accountable? for those things.
Well,
And it's
when
like,
did she call somebody on the show? Because I ain't never heard her say it on the
called,
show.
She called them on the show. They have specific
a clip.
She called them the women the N word. She used barbecue and chicken and a type of episodes they showed Kim Kardashian, Zodiac using
I ain't
words.
never heard her call nobody no N word. I'm gonna say that. And I watched the Housewives of Atlanta. Now I ain't never heard that.
Even
Even
when they showed on the interview when they was in that bathroom and Core was her husband, they have called the women the N word, and neither them all said that he did.
Oh, Court.
So you mean not on air? She never did it on air, but she's done it she's done it around them
and the reunion, and that's why Nene has stated everything that Kim Zodiac said is in Nene's leaked lawsuit to prove that she was racist against them, and they still gave her own show. Because some of Nene's lawsuit, she have used the things that Kim Zodiac has said to the women of the show.
Okay. So is she right? So she's suing. Okay, she's suing Andy because Kim was saying
yes, stuff. And she said they did not do anything,
and they didn't do anything about it to protect the other cast members from that. Okay,
they didn't treat it seriously.
She said Andy and Bravo didn't take it serious, but they was allowed to give her own show for 8 seasons. When you okay to using words like that when it's an all black class, you in Atlanta? Are you kidding me? Okay. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying sometimes Andy can be a little dismissive for me, and sometimes he can be a little shady, and I love that. But sometimes he needs to take a step back and watch them issues that is coming up with the cast members of his show that he built. This is the house that he built, and if the house that you built, don't want to take care of it.
Yeah. I agree with that. And I mean, we know traditionally it's not just Andy, it's other shows too that have had diversity issues and issues surrounding, casting black people on the show.
They show Big Brother and they would show the feed after dark. You would hear them saying that, calling the black people names and stuff.
That's happened.
They had to cut that feed because
that's happened.
We had to come back and talk about it on the show. So I mean, I do think CBS have done a better job than Bravo have tackling them issues. I'm just saying they have.
CBS has been, and what I will say too is that in the different setting, because Big Brother is more of a live show that's supposed to be a reflection of the society that we live in. In some instances, I understand. Like I'm not okay with it, but it's the reality of the world we live in, right? And it's like you wonder, like, should that be edited out or not addressed or not brought to the forefront? Because at the end of the day, it's the reality, right? It's reality TV, and if we gonna be real, let's be real. This is what's happening in people's everyday lives.
Yeah,
And you won't see it. You won't see. The only reason you've seen it because they live on camera. They probably said they said in their own house, in their own balance table with their friends, but you're seeing it because they're in a house and you seeing cameras around and you get to hear what they say and how they feel about us. So I feel like, I think Annie can do better. And Garcelle, honey, I hope she come up next season with a roar and
vengeance.
Her kids, she need to be stepping up to the plate and don't let Annie dismiss or nobody dismiss when they talk about her kids. She need to say, look,
absolutely,
I'm not picking this.
Yeah.
And so, that's my only issue that I have with Andy.
No, I agree with you and Tawana on that.
I love Andy. Y'all know.
No, I do. I like Andy too. And I don't think that he's racist or anything like that.
No, I don't think he's racist. That's what I'm
nothing like that. I don't think that. I just think that sometimes people don't know how to address sensitive issues, and it's easy to kind of pretend you didn't hear something, or it's easy to try to glaze over it just to get through it and move past it. And it's like, I mean, sometimes we got to confront those uncomfortable things. So I hope with this situation that he's more well-versed on just confronting the uncomfortable things of reality TV head on. Because you can't go wrong when you do it that way.
I
And Garcelle could have speak up for herself too. So Garcelle, she let him get away with that. So my thing is, she should have spoken up.
Because I don't see him not confronting stuff. He goes in. I mean,
well, that's what we're saying is that he didn't confront that.
He told Erica like, but you asked for your earrings back after you already got them taken. She was like, she kept repeating the same question. He was like, so basically,
right, but that was a part of it. You held her feet to the fire about $1 million earrings, but you didn't hold her feet to the fire about disrespecting a 14-year-old young black king.
Yeah, but it's because Erica disregarded dozens of victims in an airplane crash. Like she did not care. That
why is she on the show?
We don't know them. Jackson's mama sitting right across the couch.
Why is she on the show when you feel like she's a criminal? She has to keep the money, earrings. She want to get. So I'm just figuring out y'all okay employing
because she's been found,
not guilty in Chicago.
Not guilty, but the same with Teresa Giudice. She did go to jail, but he let her come back to the franchise.
She served her time. She served her time.
But he let her stay on the show.
Keep somebody earrings. Did Teresa keep somebody earrings? I'm just asking. Did she keep somebody earrings?
No, they took her stuff and she had to buy back whatever she wanted that was in her house. She had to buy it back.
She stole people money. She acting like she making less than what she making. Her husband was under.
What was that? Was that Teresa or was that Joe who was the head of the house? So I'm just asking some questions.
Well,
I think it was. She did. Because she signed her name on them papers.
Because I think she went to jail because she wanted to save her family. But I do think that Teresa was a little naive about what was.
She was just naive. Yes, she was naive.
Was the time who was doing everything. Right. So I'm just saying, look at Erica Jane. You argued over some earrings. You don't get her earrings back, girl.
Them $1 million earrings, girl. Give them back.
Yeah. Said Teresa didn't steal from some victims. I know Teresa did some stuff, but she didn't steal from no victim arguing over some earrings like Erica is. Them earrings would be special for her. So I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah. Agreed.
So hopefully Andy will do better in the next reunion. Hopefully, yes.
I think he will.
She would do better in the next reunion. Hopefully he would not dismiss some stuff. It's like, okay, so let's hit it and quit it. Love and blind.
Love is blind, girl. I blamed Brian and Tawana last week. They got me hooked. My whole household binge watched this entire season, and then we was on pins and needles waiting for Wednesday to come this week. We was like, is it today? No, it's not today. Is it today? No, it's not today.
So Love is Blind. This is the third season. The first season was the absolute best to me, in my opinion.
Thanks, Tawana. Now I gotta binge watch it.
You have to go back and see the first season. It was so good. It's the season that got me hooked. But season 3, the next set of episodes don't come back until November 9th. So you only got up until 2 weddings, and now it kind of left you on a hook with this third wedding. And so it is crazy because it's just unpredictable.
And I will say for everybody watching that if you can get past the pods, you home free. Yeah. It's about to turn into The Young and the Restless. It's about to turn into the new date. It is so good once you get, because to me, I think that's where it lost me the first time. Because remember I told you and Brian, I kind of had watched a couple episodes.
And you was like,
but I was like, I was in the pods
yeah, because they're in the pods, getting to know each other. And trying to figure out if they fall in love, and the idea is to fall in love before you actually see the person. And so a lot of them end up falling in love. And I think that it's interesting. Is love really blind is the question, right? And so you kind of get to see at the end, do they really choose to marry this person that they had this emotional connection with, but they didn't see physically? Because eventually they see them physically, and then you see things start to shift, right? Because now you see this person and you like, she ain't my type, or he ain't my type.
I can see Andrea doing Love is Blind now that we talk about it. I can see Andrea doing no, because really you get to date like 20 guys. You get to, without them seeing you, without you seeing them, you just get to know them on a emotional and intellectual level. Like y'all just talk, ask each other questions and stuff like that. Some people commit to not even talking about physical attributes at all.
Yes.
Right. And you just talk. And then if somebody really likes you and y'all have a real connection, you say, hey, will you marry me? And if you say yes, then y'all get to see each other for the first time, and then you get on the show and you get I like the phases that they go through, Tawana. Right. I like that they go to the retreat after you have the 4 or 5 married couples. They go to the retreat and finally like spend time together, like hanging out, and then they all live together before they get married for a couple weeks in like an apartment complex, like Married at First Sight, kind of.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean?
Similar. Yeah,
it's very similar, and I really liked the show. I did. I really liked it. So like Netflix,
it's a hit for me. It's a hit for me.
It's a hit for me.
Not a quit. It's a hit for sure. It's something that you can go back to season 1, binge it, hit it, and really see what the purpose of it. Because the first season, the couples. Oh my God, I love them so much. Still to this day, they are still together. I don't want to talk about the couples, but anyway, it was a really good season. And then it kind of makes me hooked on these other 2 seasons. So I watched it because
I gotta go watch season 1.
Yeah, so now it's just kind of like, oh, okay. It's interesting because in the end they ask, is love really blind? And what they do is they bring,
at your wedding.
They bring the other people who were in the quads that you didn't get to see into the fold. And so then you get to see who you didn't pick. And so you looking like, well,
damn,
is love blind or do I like this person? Because this person's fine. You know what I mean? So you got to fight with your, emotional side, your physical side, your visual side. So it's an interesting show. And it's hosted by Nick and his wife.
Nick Lachey, Nick and
his wife.
What's her name, Dre?
I'll go ahead.
Vanessa. Nick and Vanessa Lachey. Yes,
exactly.
Because they actually, and I even watched not to deviate, but I watched their other show too. Okay. And I did not remember that she gave him an ultimatum. And that's where kind of like these shows kind of originated from is things that they had going on in their own relationship before they got married. And so I was like, okay.
So they gonna send everybody else through their torture, huh?
Exactly. Me included.
Married to First Sight. Married to First Sight. What y'all think about that? Married at First Sight. Is it hit or quit?
So
oh my God.
It's the reunion have been so explosive. It's just so cool
like
because so much stuff have come up in the reunion. It's like,
yes,
what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
It is really interesting, but I think if you watch the season, you might be like, this is slow. But the reunion is like crazy,
The reunion is crazy.
It's crazy. But I like Married at First Sight. I've been a fan since season 1. I watched when Jamie and her husband got me.
Yes, with Van, with the one black couple.
Season 1 fan. I've been watching it forever. So I'm gonna watch it every season. Every season, I'm like, I ain't watching this next one. And then I watch
Me too. I get so
frustrated with the couples sometimes. But this one was very interesting. The couples definitely shocked some of us.
Yes.
Some of the decisions
definitely shocked.
Mm-hmm. It is a hit it for me. It's a binge to me.
It's a good binge show. Yes, it's binge worthy. Yes. So if you got time and you like reality shows like this, definitely Married at First Sight is one you can binge. It's similar to me to Love Is Blind, just in reverse. Because on Married at First Sight, you just get married first, and then y'all move into the apartment complex together. Yeah. Well, and on Love Is Blind, you get to know each other first,
right?
And then choose to either get married or not.
Yeah, is the Kardashian gonna hit it and quit it?
Okay, so
let me know.
Okay, so the Kardashians, I watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians as well. I watched their little spin-off shows when they have them. I do watch them, so I'm like, kind of, one of those people that like watch the Kardashians and really be studying them, I think that this show on Hulu is a different side to them for sure. Like I've seen Chloe in a different light, Courtney in a different light. I get to see them totally different. And then they also show the other sisters, Kylie and Kendall, more. Because, on the Kardashian show, it was a focus on like the three.
The Kardashians.
Like Kim, Chloe.
Because they're actually Jenners.
Yeah. But the Jenners was kind of left out a little bit. But now you get to see Kylie, you get to see Kendall, you get to see how they live, some of their, like Kendall talked about a lot of her anxiety and things that I didn't know about Kendall. She's kind of OCD. She has a lot of things that are going on, and so a lot of her issues kind of came out. And Chris just talks about aging. And
I was just about to say, I saw that preview.
Had a hip replacement, and she had some other stuff going on. The Kardashian, like it's called The Kardashians on Hulu, and it's really interesting. It comes on Thursdays. I actually kind of, those one of those shows that I record and then I watch later, catch up on it and watch a couple episodes. So it's one of those to me where if you like the Kardashians, like, they kind of got their own issues, I think that Courtney is like the realest one out of all of them.
I've always thought
Courtney's like not in the mess. Even when they did that whole lawsuit with Black China, she didn't even name Courtney because Courtney don't have nothing to say. She ain't gossiping and saying all that stuff behind people's back. She kind of minds her business, and I think that you get to see Courtney a little bit more, how she crazy about this Travis. Oh my goodness, it's really ridiculous. Like they kiss all fucking day, they all in love, they be all in each other. It's so weird to see Courtney that much in love because she wasn't really affectionate with Scott.
Yeah,
Kardashian. So it's an interesting. It is different from their other show.
I could definitely see Courtney though being that way because she was always her and Chloe have a close relationship. And they always like play around and play fight. And so it always seemed to me that Courtney was a real affectionate type person, but she just didn't have that relationship with Scott. So it's nice to see her even in real life, even though I don't watch the show, really just be able to open up and be the full version of herself with Travis.
Yes.
That's dope.
Kim is starting to look more and more like a liar. I think people are starting to call her out a little bit more.
Oh my goodness.
She's starting to actually respond to some of the hate that she's getting, which is making her look even worse, right? It's on the show.
You said something about that, right?
Yeah.
The whole Ray J situation, the lie that she just told and act like she was so innocent and her mama didn't do nothing. And I just
that was
Ray J came out and said that he wanted to be on Celebrity Big Brother to CBS. They wouldn't even let him be on there, but they allow him to be on the British one, and they have cost him money. They have with this whole lie, and that's why Ray J like having mental breakdown, because he said when people are shutting the doors claiming that he done something to Kim, which it was her mama. So I feel like they have earned money on the backs of Ray J and a lie, and then now she want us to feel sorry for her, or she act like that she's so innocent in this, and the whole time you've been lying to us.
I mean, let's start here. She stole money from Brandy. Like, let's
yes.
Stole
her credit card.
Stole over $500,000. I think people don't.
Well, she had access to the credit card because she was working for her, but she used it to purchase merchandise for their store.
And who does that? So you a thief now too?
Exactly. So now on top of that, you decide, okay, Brandy, I'm gonna get Brandy's brother, and I'm gonna make a sex tape with him, and I'm gonna extort him for that, because honestly, she could have spent that anyway. Like, oh, he made me do whatever. So then she had them sign a contract together and convinced him that was the best thing for his career. And then she spent the story however she wanted. She made the story look like it was something that he leaked and like she didn't know about it and she was this innocent party in it. We didn't know that they put out a porno and like actually got paid from the places that they actually, the sources that they actually. So I think that it's interesting now. It's like she's really trying to convince us like, I'm this good person and I work hard and I did this and I did that. You kind of started off real scandalous, right?
Yeah,
and
that's bad. It calls into question for me all her relationships, right? Because it makes it feel like everything is strategic with her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, was the relationship with Ray J even real? Were you just doing it because you was because you was working for his sister and you saw access to, an avenue to fame?
They filmed it 3 times. Ray J said her mama was there. They filmed it 3 times. I'm like, filmed it 3 times.
It just calls a lot of stuff into question with
my
them.
thing is this. It's like,
but I watched for the fashions when I was watching.
Why are men even marrying her? Like, what is up with, like, that's on them. You know what I mean?
It is.
Reggie Bush would not marry her. She was trying to pressure him.
She was really, she
would
was
not
pushing.
marry her.
Did not like
I
her.
remember the episode of New Year's and all of that when she went out with the other guy from his team. Remember, to try to make him jealous.
He was like,
Reggie Bush mama said he wasn't marrying her, and she made sure that he wasn't marrying her.
So I mean, at the end of the day, it's harder. That's an example to me of a woman of no color who can kind of change her image based on a sex tape, whereas like Black China or women who are kind of doing those things, it's hard for us. It's like we're labeled hoe, we're labeled slut, we're labeled this, and it's like overly criticized. And then with Kim, it's like, oh, that's cool. She did that, but she's the white innocent one. He's the one that pushed her into doing it. And the narrative is always like she's a damsel in distress, when really she's like the culprit of the whole thing. She's back there with her little strings, making a little puppet out of him. So no, I don't agree with that part of it. But I do watch the show, which I probably shouldn't now that I've said all that.
That's why I say I watch for the fashions.
I'm going to promote that damn show. Y'all quit that shit now that I'm just thinking about it.
Okay, what y'all think about Mike and getting a divorce after 2 years?
Wow.
Because Cynthia and Mike, remember Cynthia was on the Housewives with her last season, and they was having a problem because they wanted this big old wedding, and they wanted folks to come. It was a highlight of doing
COVID. Oh yes, it was 10.
The highlight of doing COVID, and Cynthia wanted
what was it? 10
for the other Housewives
10,
come to the wedding,
2020 or something. 2022.
I she really loved Mike. I really didn't. I think he was just a passerby, a pass around in the meantime. And I personally believe Cynthia never wanted to live in LA, because in Atlanta,
I do think that
in Atlanta you are rich. She's rich in Atlanta. In LA, shit is high. And then Cynthia's mom,
that stuff is high.
His mom ended up getting cancer, so she was traveling back and forth. Her mother has cancer, stage 3. So right now,
does she?
She has stage 3. So her mom, she's been traveling back and forth with her mom, and I believe she was gone a lot. So when was she?
I remember her mom.
And Mike don't want to live in Atlanta. He wanted to live in LA.
You like LA, right?
Yeah.
LA. Yeah. And I mean, they couldn't live like she lived in Atlanta, in LA. Like you saw a little place in LA.
Lake Bailey, she had her out there.
Yeah, I mean, Cynthia, to me, she runs in any relationship and marriage. I don't know if it's something that don't look right or feel right.
She do run a lot.
She is not going to stay in a marriage. So I was like, okay, why is she rushing into this marriage? I think she literally had a strong connection with Mike. She thought they was going on, everything was going well. But the fact that she had that wedding with all those people in the height of COVID and really did not make people wear masks, and
put them at risk to be married for 24 months.
It was like, she was like, I don't care. This is what I want. I want my wedding to be on this day. This is what I want. This is the love of my life. I love him, whatever. So she got married to him. And he had openly said he had never been faithful to any woman that
he did say that.
There was like a cheating scandal, like a couple months after they got married, where it was pictures of him exposing himself to a young girl.
And he was DMing other women too.
He was DMing other women. So like,
well, she said on a podcast recently that she felt like they were falling out of friendship. Like they weren't as good of friends.
What really happened? But I heard that
she didn't say what really happened, but she just said she felt like the friendship was fading, and she thinks that friendship is one of the most important things in a marriage.
And I think keep no marriage for no time. Like, girl, what are you talking about?
You haven't mastered it yet.
You didn't marry Leon. You married Peter, and your mama tried to keep your wedding license from you. But I'm just confused about it. And Peter let you go. Peter let you go, but like,
right.
If that's the case, then go marry Leon, your baby daddy. If that's that's
you because you tight with him. He had every wedding. He cool with all your husbands. Right.
Yes. What are you talking about? She has no idea what marriage is.
She doesn't.
I agree. She feels like I feel like this about Cynthia. When she feels like it's too much for her, she said, "I'm out. I'm out."
She
does tap out.
So remember on Housewives,
and you got to remember she had the friend contract for Nene. Like she put a lot of. I feel like every time she feels like it's finna get hard, she runs because she still want to remain friends. Like she still want to be friends with Peter. She still want to be friends with Leon. She still want to be friends with Mike.
Remember on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she always said she never wanted to be married. Remember,
so don't get married.
She said she never wanted to be married. She never thought about it. It wasn't even a thing. And then her and Peter, kind of decided to do it. And she was like, okay, that's fine. But, whatever. She really didn't care about marriage.
I wonder why she feel like she got to be married.
Now, for you to not care, you got married twice.
Right.
And wasted all that money. I personally never thought that. I'm surprised it lasted this long because I always thought Cynthia wanted to be in Atlanta because LA is too expensive.
Right.
And so, I mean, she did say that she had to go ahead and divorce Mike because they was going to be friends anymore. I'm thinking y'all been over for a minute. You just telling everybody now.
Well, she did say that. She said that it's been over and she had been wearing her ring. And she just decided when it came out. And that was really weird that they announced it on their 2-year anniversary.
Because
what is that?
Like, why did they
just announce it already? You want to make it to 2 years?
I was like, what is wrong with her? She just do stuff all backwards and crazy to me. But from what I understand, they had already been separated for over a year by then.
Yes.
So it was just
a
matter. Like it wasn't even like they hadn't even stayed married that much longer. No. After the cheating.
Wow.
Back in Atlanta, and he was in LA.
Really?
After that cheating scandal, she knew it was real. Because I mean, your husband's private. I mean, she knew it was probably his. Because that woman had pictures and I mean, on Twitter had evidence that he was tweeting. I mean, DMing her and whatever.
It showed that he was doing that. So
what?
So
I never
Michael.
Mike said he couldn't be faithful. That was a red flag for me. I was like, girl, why you marrying him then? So it is what it is. And hopefully she come back to Atlanta. Her new storyline that her and Mike got divorced and then get back.
That's exactly what it's gonna be.
Yeah, because I want to see how your life has changed, girl.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna be back in Lake Bailey.
Because she knows she'll fall in love in a minute, baby. So let me see.
Lord, right.
The Housewives of Potomac. What y'all feel about? Because Ashley is saying that Miss Karen got a boyfriend. I think Miss Karen got a boyfriend anyway because she getting her booze done. Karen got a boyfriend. Karen got a boyfriend. She got a boyfriend.
Wait, they've been talking about Blue Eyes for seasons now.
Yeah, right. That's why she mad Sharice is back. Because she know Sharice probably know him personally.
Sharice know the business.
Right. Sharice got all the secrets.
They gonna leave the grand dame alone. Okay, they gonna leave.
All of a sudden, you want to have plastic surgery, get your breast lit. You date somebody. Ray don't know, but you date somebody, boo. Okay,
Ray was like, why you get that done?
Yeah, because you date somebody.
I love me some Karen. Though.
I do like Karen.
Good for the show. She's just really she tries to exemplify.
She's so extra.
Yeah, but she's very interesting.
She's so like extra. From extra. Surrey County, honey.
I don't think Juan Robin is getting married. Okay, I just don't. Juan is not interested.
That was one moment I liked on Andy Cohen after show. He was like,
"Yes," she said he was watching football. They said he ain't gonna hear about this. That his name ain't on the deed to the house, Robin.
Yes,
she said he don't know.
So I just don't believe they're getting married, and I don't care what she says. She gonna make an excuse like, oh, me and Ron decided to take more time. And if she do, I'm like, get rid of her. I'm sick of her.
Let me tell you, Andy Cohen was like, when are y'all getting married? And she was like, you got to keep watching the show. He was like, but you don't tell us on the show. He was like, I've seen the whole season.
Right.
And that's what I like, Andy.
He'll call it out. Don't be trying to clean. Don't be trying to bait me.
She was like, well, we talk about it, Andy. He was like, yeah,
they ain't getting married, so
like, we still don't have a date.
I like that he asked her about that deed question. How Giselle busted her friend out about his name not being on that house, and she said, "Shh, he don't even know." How he don't know he not on the house? You got to sign for that at the title company.
He had to have known because
he has to know that he's not on the house. He has to know.
Juan's okay living there with his name might be on D. It don't matter.
He don't care. Juan like I ain't going nowhere.
She ain't gonna kick him out. He ain't going nowhere.
You're right.
Juan gonna be there until
like but that's why I don't understand why they giving Ashley such appeal about buying a house with her soon to be ex-husband.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I'm trying to figure out why nobody's saying, Robin, you need to be quiet because
she want to be real vocal this season. Like she just popping off at the mouth every time. She all in everybody business.
Robin do got so much to say. I'm confused about them, and she really popular. One got something to say this season, and Wendy just gave it to her the other day. I'm glad Wendy gave it to her,
baby. That's why I can't stand Wendy, because Wendy will go low with you, and then that's it.
And then raise it back up.
Wendy's mouth be like, listen, I got enough to say about you, baby, because Wendy life is good. You know, they really can't say much about Wendy's husband. Her husband is good to her.
They really can.
She's smart. Her kids are good. They can't say much about her life. They can talk about Wendy's attitude, act like she's this, and that, but her life is really good. So
exactly,
they say, you know,
I agree.
She attacked their life, and then they look stupid.
Living hip hop, Atlanta. I thought Sabari was disrespectful when it came to Erica for taking another woman around her friends who looked like her. And when Shakana said that you are messing with her mind, you are giving her mental health, I thought that Shakana was right to speak up for her.
She was spot on.
You know, and I didn't like that Scrappy was like, y'all need to stay out of the business. But you okay with Sabari over here doing that bullshit. You remember you and Barry was breaking up? You didn't like that shit. So
you was just in the house, Scrappy, on your knees damn near apologizing to Bambi for your attitude last night. Just sit down.
Men don't understand women, right? Women, we gonna talk about that type of stuff. We gonna call you out. We gonna talk about the emotion. Men always want you to stay out of it. That's not your business. Stay out of it. We are women. We gonna talk about it.
Well, if you bring her around your friends is friends with your wife.
He knew that people was gonna talk about it.
Yeah. What did you expect? Matter of fact, bitch, why you come with her then? Why you come over here? Because you're being a little disrespectful.
Because she kind of knew she probably was already going to get some blowback already from Erica because they had words at Spice's thing. And then I invited you to my crying tour. So I expect to get some blowback. But then you show up with the Erica lookalike all booed up. Oh, she was ready to read him for filth. She was ready and she was spot on. Like he couldn't even, it's been a minute since I seen a moment where he said, all right, I'm out of here.
He couldn't wait to put her on the show. That's how you know it's phony.
Right.
Show her off and make it look like she's so bad and she's beautiful and he got this chick, whatever. And it's like, what was your purpose of doing that? You haven't even solidified the marriage. Yes, y'all are, y'all divorced, y'all just finalizing everything, but it's not done in that moment. He still was literally going through the process.
It's so immature. Like, dude, that's what you do.
So immature.
You want to bring her around the girls that she hang out with. Yeah, I would have had some problem with you. Yes, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. And yes, you do. You're a little disrespectful, like they say you are. And it's like you don't want to, but you want to. Why don't you take it to go out with your friends, not her partners. Go out with your friends. They gonna say it's all good, but women ain't gonna have a problem with that.
And have some respect for the mother of your children. Don't bring her on the show. I don't care. He could have talked about the girl.
Yeah.
Don't bring her on the show. I don't want to see her.
But you saw how they called him out about him not being a good father. I mean, they went in. When the last time you even seen your kids? You up here with this new woman, and you all up in here trying to figure it out. Go get your kids. And they were trying to. They were calling him out. He did not like being called out at all. I really. So Erica was always like a wild person, right? On the show, she had all the stuff going on.
But she fought from day one.
Yeah, but when she married Safari, she
had things having these kids.
She changed. She changed being a mother, and then when she became a wife, she really did change. And Safari, I think she really loved him, and it just went completely left. I think that she was trying to hold on to Safari, hoping he would mature and change and like get better and stuff.
He didn't mature, because my thing is, if you didn't mature when she got pregnant with a second baby, you was like, is that mine? It's like, okay, what did you marry her for? Because you say you want to have kids, you want her to be your wife. What did you marry her for then?
Right.
He was like, bring the DNA test on. That now, let's go ahead, let's do this. Like, because now,
like, it's like, why are you even asking questions like that? Are you sleeping with her? Yes. Then why are you asking questions? Like,
that was his damn baby. Both of them kids.
Right.
Stop it. It just stopped it. Safari. Yeah, that was an interesting.
And then it was sad for young Jock when his mother told him that she has stage 3 cancer.
Hey, yes. It's like we got Cynthia's mom and Jock's mom, going through these crazy diseases.
Why you get cancer? She was like, I smoke. It's lung cancer. It's like, your mom she's smoking.
Right.
She was like, why? She was like, it is what it is, right? Like
she was.
Yes.
That's sad though.
Yes.
It's sad. And I know, because just being with family who's died from that, who's experienced that, it's sad regardless. I know somebody that had lung cancer that didn't smoke.
I thought that Jock's wife, what's her name?
Kendra.
Kendra. I don't really like Kendra, but at this instant I did, because she was asking all the questions, and she was asking the questions for Jock, because I don't think he mentally was there to realize his mama might be dying. So she was asking all the questions, and I thought she asked the right questions and what you didn't know. So I like her. I liked her at that sense, but I still don't care for her with her shadiness. But I did like her at the sense of when she's asking him, "What can we do for you? How are we gonna make this better for you?"
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that was a moment where I felt like she shows that she's committed to Jock, but that is where you see that she is like in this, I don't know if there's anything Jock can do to make her leave. She seems to be invested in his life. I've heard she's paid his child support.
Yes,
she is more involved. Like you said, she was questioning, asking questions, and I know that she's a lawyer. She is a very intelligent woman too. So I think that she does a lot of the background work for Jock anyway. Yes. So I think that she she committed to that man. She ain't leaving him. Yeah, but what about Bambi and Scrap? They got a little
with his mama.
Yeah, but they got tension just in their marriage in general. I don't even know if it's all about his mom. It's just issues that they.
Well, and she say he don't help and stuff as much as he should, because now they have 3 children between them, and they're really close together.
I think having them kids back to back is a lot of work. So I mean, but having one child, number 2, you put a third one in the mix, you exhausted. I don't know how
she can do it.
Right. And she still got her own singing career. Like, she just had a thing where she was a couple days ago where she did a show in another state She literally like got up with her son, made him pancakes, then got ready, got glam, got on a plane, went and did a show, came back in time to Georgia to pick her son up from school. Like, it's like, where's Scrap at? Like,
Scrap,
I think Scrap is overwhelmed with all them kids. Yeah. I mean, one or two, okay, but you put a third one in the mix, and they're all stair stickers. They ain't no like. I don't think. I know Scrap was a dad to his older child, but I don't think the depths that he gotta be a dad right now. He wasn't.
No, he wasn't ready for that.
So he is having to give him some time because this is 3 kids.
He need a vasectomy. He need a vasectomy because he don't need to have no more.
They don't need no more.
You need no more kids.
They don't need any more.
And at the end of the day, Scrap should not have told his mother that he was divorced from Bambi, and then she had to hear it from Shekinah, and then it became a huge thing, and it was actually true. And then Mama D said he called her and like cursed her out and disrespected her and went off on her.
I mean, you having mommy and son talk, and you saying how you really feel to your mama, because you gonna tell your mama how you really feel. You should have said, "Mama, this between me and you. Yes. Don't tell nobody."
As a mother, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like he should even have to say that. You should know, as a mother, I'm not gonna cause more drama and more stuff in my kids' relationships. If I'm a safe place for my child to come to and vent to, my hope is that I can give him good advice or be a listening ear. And when he go back to his space, maybe he a little bit more settled and they can get past that. Next time I talk to him, that's off the table. Not that I'm going to go perpetuate it to one of her own friends. Like that. I think Shekinah's a friend of hers.
Mama D is still mad.
You knew that was going to come back.
Bambi don't want to let her see them kids, so she's gonna get back at Bambi any way she can, and she really don't even give a damn as her and Scrappy get a bus because I don't have to go through Bambi with the kids no more. So,
but do you think that is that Bambi won't let her see the kids, or that Bambi just don't want to see her?
I mean, Scrappy
and at the end of the day, Scrappy should take his own kids to see his mom
as a son and take the kids over to his mama house.
Yes.
Bambi. We don't want to take him without Bambi because he
can't do it. It's too much.
That's too much for him. It's too much for him.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Bambi told her, she said, it's not that you can't see the kids, it's that I'm not taking all 3 of those kids over your house. You have to come here. And I get it. When you have that many kids, like even me, I have 1 kid, and I'd be like, y'all can't come over here and see her. Like, I don't want to even take her out because it's just a lot to take.
I agree.
I couldn't imagine having 3. Now I'm about to have 2. I definitely ain't coming nowhere. If they want to see her, they gonna have to come see. They gonna have to come.
I agree. I do believe that unless you're the type of grandmother that has an environment for your grandkids set up at your house, that when your kids have kids, you should, like, for me, my parents and my husband's parents didn't have environments to bring my kids to. They're going to come over, and when they break something at your house and you mad, it's going to be a problem. So why don't you come to my house and come be a part of their environment? And then that way we don't have to worry about nothing, and they can have fun in their own space. Right. Now, if you have a space for them and you have that and you're that type of grandmother, then that's different. But when you don't have, you ain't that, Mama D ain't that type of grandmama. What they gonna come over your house and do, Mama D?
What? I do blame Scrappy if she's not getting along with his mama. That is his obligation to
definitely
take his kids over to his mama house so his mama can have a relationship with his children. I blame Scrappy for this bullshit because if he's a man and he's just stand up and say, "Mama, I'm bringing these kids over here, Bambi. I'm taking the kids to mama house. Hey, your B time." So that is on Scrappy.
That's a good point.
My dad brought me to see my grandmother on his side.
And
mine too.
I didn't care for my mother-in-law because I cussed her ass out sometimes. But I didn't even care for her. But
now she love her now.
When I wanted her to see her kids, I was like, "Hey, I'm going to the club. You watch the kids, bring them over." She never had an option. I never denied her to seeing the kids. I didn't care what me and Ronnie was going through. That is still the relationship is special.
Now, whenever she come to California, she has stayed. Yeah. Now with her son.
Yeah.
With Andrea.
Like
like,
my mother-in-law prefers to come down here because the environment.
So the kids can be in their space and you can have fun with them where they're comfortable. And for you ain't gotta like pack diapers, pack wipes, pack all kind of stuff. Like just come to where all the stuff is at, because you just bringing you and your purse in the suitcase.
That is its own Scrappy's fault. Scrappy's fault. So
it is Scrappy's fault.
Scrappy's fault. So it's gonna be, if we're gonna have the honorable
get
mention,
it together, Scrap.
And the honorable mention is Love and Hip Hop Where They Are Now. And that was a good show. I seen a couple of
did you?
It's Drew and Skylar, they're married and got a baby. I seen Nala Sam. She said that her and Drew, her and Rich Dollars was mad at each other at the time, and she was rude to him. But now her and Rich is good friends. Mama Jones, she said now her and Chrissy are good friends, and
she said they cool. She wants their relationship to be better. Like they're not fighting, but she's open to their relationship getting even better.
And they showed when she was.
When did it come on though, y'all?
I seen it online. That's why I seen it.
I think it came on the same. I want to say it came on the same. Didn't it come on the same night as Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah,
it came on before ATL because Miami is off.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it came on in the place of Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Go back and watch it. Okay.
So, it was so Mariah, she has her own house now. She live with her mother, her sister.
Yeah.
Is doing good. And so she said that when she first came on Love and Hip Hop, when she made that song I Was a Hoe.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. I remember that. Mariah Lynn,
the white girl.
Yeah,
she was not getting any money from that song, but now she's getting money from that song. She didn't have good lawyers, so now she said she's getting money on the house now. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she said that her and Rich are still in and out. So no. so yeah.
Rich, he love him some Mariah in the private, don't he? But he will not.
Yes,
I think the reason Rich won't bring out and say Mariah's his girl because his mama is not going to approve.
Oh, yes,
because she mama is a little controlling freak.
Because she was a stripper, she whacked.
Yeah, and Rich mama make sure his books are right, so she don't approve. And I just think it got something to do maybe with a race card too. Okay, I think Rich would be with a black woman.
Because I think Rich really like her though.
Yeah, I just think because black women they don't. They don't last with Rich.
No, they don't.
Gone with Mariah Lynn.
He keep going back to her. Like little did we know, throughout all these seasons for over a decade, her and Rich have been back and forth and in and out of dealing with each other. And she never slept with Cisco.
Yes, I know. They was trying to.
It's Rich's mother that reason he's not mentioning her. And so the next thing is Marriage to Medicine, which the reunion was good. Okay, and
the reunion was fire. Part 2.
I don't care what contestants say. Bitch, I'm gonna be your friend again either. Okay, I don't give a damn what the hell she said.
You go with contestant now.
I'm not talking about contestant. You like Andy said, because Andy beat her ass.
Andy did read her.
You wrote your husband. It wasn't a Dr. Heavenly. She was a contestant. If you're gonna talk about your husband and you gonna tell me, can I give you some advice? And you got mad because the advice she gave you, and then you got mad and said, she ain't never my friend. You told her all your damn business, didn't you?
She told all of us all her and Scott's business. And then she tried to deny that she implied that Scott was cheating.
Yeah, she said,
and then Andy was like, roll clip. Andy was like, roll the clip.
He definitely did. We thought he was cheating. I thought
he was a therapist and everything. And I felt bad for Dr. Heavenly, because I think they travel together, they did things together. And when Dr. Heavenly called Jackie to have Jackie interviewed, I knew something was wrong with the situation, because I just feel like Jackie don't get involved with everybody's business, because she acts like she's too good to get everybody's business.
Yes, she does.
Michelle Obama, stop it.
Yes, she is. This is what I will say as a lesson learned for Heavenly, because I had to learn this lesson the hard way long time ago. When your friends tell you stuff, you can only talk about it as long as they talking about it. When it's over for them, it needs to publicly, even if it's not over for you, publicly, it needs to be over for you.
Yeah.
Or else it'll damage the friendship. Do I think that Contessa was wrong for talking about Scott and then trying to blame Heavenly? Yeah, I do. But I think that what her and her husband are doing are having a common enemy in order to kind of join them back together and mend their fences to not blame each other. Because Scott really should be holding you accountable for putting all the business out there like you did and saying the shit you said on there, but you blaming it on Heavenly. But Heavenly should have stopped. Once they started to mend their relationship, she should have let it go. As her friend.
She should have said, I don't give a fuck about you. Well, don't say nothing about your husband.
Because that's what I would say. Do I apologize for what I said? I apologize for saying it publicly. But I wasn't saying no lies. I was only repeating what you was telling me. But now I know not to continue to talk about something.
Like, she was about to fight Heavenly. She was hurt.
But that's how you really feel about Scott, though. You taking all your stuff and you putting it on Heavenly, and that's why I agree with Andrea. I feel bad for Heavenly because she's carrying the weight of what was going on in their marriage when it didn't have nothing to do with her. She didn't say anything but repeat what Contessa was saying.
She just lost her mom too. So I'm arguing with you about your husband who I ain't even sleeping with, and my mama is dying too. Girl. Please, I ain't got time for you, Contessa.
Right.
And it shows that I ain't never liked that heifer anyway. So I'm good.
You haven't never liked it.
And Simone, I'm not feeling Simone this season. I'm not feeling her at all.
I haven't feeling her, but I love me some Simone now.
I'm not feeling her this season. I love Simone, but it's this season and how she said when Quad said about sleeping with her. So you
that's right.
You want to start this bullshit about Toya's husband, about Toya sleeping with somebody else because Quad said it was you that told everybody. And she was like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Quad was like, yes, you did. And then she was like, no, I didn't. Like,
Simone is a little bone collector.
I honestly don't think that Simone started the rumor.
No, she didn't start it.
I do think she said, hey, this woman is saying that Toya slept with a neighbor. I think she did spread it. But she tried to deny that she even did that part.
Right.
Like, we know you girl now. We know you spread. Now you might not have started it, but you told some other cast.
She was like, no. She was like, that was a lie. That was a lie. I didn't see that out her mouth. I was like, Simone, really?
I just don't like that with all the marital issues that they've encountered, conquered, and overcome, right, on Married to Medicine, that to put that on Toya and Eugene like that without real proof was just irresponsible. I do. And like Toya mentioned, she said, if my husband if me and him weren't as solid as we are, he could have believed part of this, and it could have undermined our marriage. And I don't hear anybody apologizing for that.
You already got problem with Jean family thing. The Jean should never marry her ass because she don't work nowhere. So she already going through that. I didn't even know she was going through that with his people. So I
didn't know she was going through that either.
So if she going through that with his people, and then she has planned and lost that baby, and then the women on her show supposed to be her friend, spreading the rumor about her husband, she cheating on her husband. What kind of friends you got on this show? Your coworkers,
right?
Some shit like this,
right? It's just messy. Like, even if you're not cool with nobody no more, like for me, I would never come for somebody's marriage or their family because there's more than just that person you're mad at.
Right.
There's their spouse, their children, their entire families. Like, that's their life you really playing with.
Yes.
And that's inappropriate. If you mad at it's like Anila. If you mad at Toya, be mad at Toya. You don't go in there and tear her whole entire life down based on a raggedy ass rumor.
Yeah.
And Anila trying to absolve herself of any responsibility. But the truth of the matter is because you was mad at Toya, you went with it. You rode on, you jumped on that train with Quad and everybody else. You was like happy to hear something.
Anila, she low-key approved, like kind of tried to say that Toya robbed her, or
she did. Andy kept having that. Andy held her feet to the fire, like you said. Once again,
of that.
Rob you because look, it's an inside job. Somebody got in your house. You in a gated community. How did somebody get in your gated community?
Twice.
I want to do that
twice because now she got robbed twice.
Okay,
right.
And then on top of that, you say that she's cheating on her husband. Like,
You've been mad all season. You've been mad all season.
Yeah,
and
that's unforgivable.
And y'all got the nerve to talk about them moving and this, that, and the third. Y'all didn't got robbed 3 times and ain't got the money to move.
That's what I'm saying. Like for real, because that's crazy.
You done put all your money into your house and you ain't even got you don't got the money to move. So let's leave them alone about them moving. However many times they moving, at least they can.
How you get robbed 3 times? I just want to know how you get robbed 3 times. 3 times? 3 times.
But here's the issue.
Cameras at? Y'all got security cameras
in Atlanta. It has been known that Atlanta has a high robbery in the right now. It's a huge issue. There's multiple homes getting robbed, not just Anila's. There's a huge issue in Atlanta where they're trying to figure out how to resolve it. They have literally I mean, even on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Marlo got her house.
She did.
There were other people, but even it's just in Atlanta in general, there's been an issue, and so they've been like,
I mean, 1, 2, 3 times. You got
3 times though. That's
something's wrong.
Something sounds suspicious.
Well, Dr. Simone said she knows who it is. Remember, Dr. Simone was like, "No, you know who it is. That's Robin."
Yeah, like it's somebody who been in your house. And
stop playing, girl. You doing? Yeah. So that's what Dr. Simone was like. Did you get insurance from that? So she implied that it was an insurance fraud or some type of insurance scheme. So I think that's what I think that's what was going on right there. So
okay,
I don't know.
I don't know because I know when the one time that my house was broken into, I couldn't even sleep in my bedroom. I slept on the couch. That was the last night we slept in that place. I moved that next month and I stayed somewhere else the entire time. I just could never feel comfortable in the space again.
It's hard.
It's really hard once you violate it like that, and let alone 3 times.
Yeah. So I don't know, girl. But we're gonna.
But tune in next week for part 3 when the gentlemen show up.
Yeah, and Scott think he a rapper. Okay.
Oh God. Oh God.
It was so embarrassing.
It was so bad.
Embarrassing.
Y'all come back and visit us. We gonna say goodbye. But Scott think he's a rapper, honey. He think he rapping.
And then Andy messy self talking about some. Okay, stop, Andy. Stop. You know damn well that did not sound.
You was not downloading that from iTunes. Okay.
Stop it.
Yeah. So y'all have to tune in next week to see Scott with his rapping self.
I'm just gonna be like.
So
right.
Make it stop, Lord.
That's when the baby. That's when the baby gonna want to snack. Right then.
Right. I gotta watch it because I have to be able to commentate on it, but I just can't. I can't.
Oh God.
Like
yes, a lot.
We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back with more shows, more stuff, and we're gonna wrap this up and say good night. And we appreciate watching us.
It's been great catching up.
Yes, and so we got more Marriage Medicine, the Housewives, and I think I forgot a show. Did I forget a show?
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Surreal Life.
Surreal Life, Surreal Life. Okay.
Oh yeah, and Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Love and
Marriage. Right, we got a few more.
Yes, it's just so much this week. It was so much.
Yes. So we will be back. We will be back and see about those shows. But check out Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's a good show. We will be talking about that.
Okay? Check it out.
So
I like Love and Marriage.
Good night. We appreciate you guys coming through. Okay.
Appreciate you all the time in the tea room.
Bye-bye.
Love.